Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Social Media Decoded podcast, the number one podcast to help you understand social media better so that you grow your business, you get more clients, and so you monetize on social media. And today, I'm excited because we are talking about TikTok, something that we haven't really talked about here on the Social Media Decoded podcast. But as you all know, I bring all of the amazing experts to chat with us here. And today we'll be chatting with Brooklyn, and she is a TikTok expert. So I hope everyone has their pens and papers ready because gems are about to be dropped. Welcome, Brooklyn, to the Social Media Decoded podcast. How are you today?
I'm doing well. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, we are excited to have you. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you even got into social media and TikTok and all the things social media.
For sure. Yes. So, hi everyone. My name is Brooklyn. I was born and raised in Vancouver, BC, in Canada. So, lived here my whole life and absolutely love it. I am a TikTok strategist and coach. So, I help business owners and creators grow their brands organically on TikTok without using paid ads. And I absolutely love what I do. I just love seeing the transformations that I'm witnessing in my one-on-one program and in my one-on-one coaching. And I've been doing this for about, I think, 9 months now, since January of 2022. And what inspired me to get into this industry was last year, I was seeing a lot of people becoming social media managers and coaches. And I was like, what is this field? I'm like, I can totally see myself being a part of this. And so yeah, last year of December, I wrote a business plan, had no idea what I was doing, felt imposter syndrome like no other. I'm sure your audience can relate to that. But yeah, but I just jumped all in January. I'm like, nope, I want to do this. I believe that I can help business owners. I've always loved social media because I actually managed an account with my sister, our music account called Brick and Summer. So I was very hands on with our social media, and people just started to ask me, "Oh, I need help with my Instagram stories, or I need help with creating a reel," and I'm like, I should put these skills into use. So decided to launch the business and absolutely love what I do. Also, a little context, I love being on camera because I actually am a musician too. So being on camera on TikTok and creating content is just such a passion of mine. I love adding value to people. So yeah.
Oh no, that is awesome. I love the music background and just yes, video is it. And that's why you're so amazing on TikTok. And so my next I want to get into TikTok. And when was the moment you were like, "Oh my gosh, TikTok is it?" Because there's Instagram, Pinterest, blogging, YouTube, there's so many different platforms. Well, what made you say, TikTok is it? Because I think like TikTok is here, it just blew up so quick. And I think
Yeah.
it's still time. It's still not too late for people.
Yeah. So the moment that I realized that TikTok was the platform to be on right now was actually this year of March. I originally thought I'd be an Instagram coach and I was posting content on Instagram, but I was just seeing I was seeing slower growth on the platform. And it was really frustrating to me. And I was like, why don't I give TikTok a chance? So I went over to TikTok, and initially it was a little hard for the first maybe few, like first 2 or 3 weeks, because I was trying to figure out the best techniques to get better at TikTok. And I remember a few weeks in, one of my videos went semi-viral, had like 10 or 20,000 views, and I never saw that on Instagram. I'm like, "Whoa." I'm like, "This is pretty cool. There's something here." And yeah, slowly yeah, the first few months it took me a while to get to the 1,000, but then once I hit 1,000, my account just started growing really, really fast because I was applying things that I learned. I was a lot at the beginning. I was doing things like I had no idea what I was doing at the beginning. I'm like reposting from Instagram and I didn't know what I was doing. So once I started to apply the techniques that I learned, I started seeing massive growth. And yeah, I think once I hit my one of my views hit 500,000, I'm like, okay, I think I'm gonna be on TikTok. This is I'm seeing a lot more growth on here.
Yes, no, I think TikTok is like I said, still such a really good platform. It is not too late. So anyone listening, it is not too late for you to grow on TikTok. Try
No.
it out. You have to test things though. It's like this testing waters. Like you got
Yes.
to test to see what's going to work. And that's going to lead us into our next question about some tips for our listeners that you think is so important to know when it comes to TikTok branding and storytelling, because TikTok is like a search engine now. So let's talk about the branding and storytelling piece as well.
Of course. I love that question. So my biggest piece of advice is number one, to 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 value the other person on the other side of the screen. So I think sometimes we have a tendency, as we want to say I a lot, like this is my experience from this or that. And you tune people out sometimes by doing that. So instead of saying I, change it to you and say, this is how you are going to benefit from X, Y, or Z. So once I started using the word you and emphasizing that's when people started to really listen. Also, number two, getting straight to the point right at the beginning of your video. And yeah, don't have a lot of excess time in between your clicks, like really, or clips, I should say. Edit those out to make it really clean. And yeah, because people's attention span, if you don't hook them in the first 3 seconds of your video, people are gonna tune you out. You could have the best video, best minute video, and people are not gonna listen. Uh, but yeah, I think number three is sharing from your own personal experience. If you've gone through a struggle in your life and you've gone through a transformation, say you're a coach or you're a service provider, show that process and don't just leave them hanging. Like actually show, like, okay, I was once this, but now I'm that. So, and saying it in a very clear way that people can understand is a great way.
Oh my goodness. Again, everyone has their pens and pads ready because those are some amazing gems. And I definitely agree with you, especially on TikTok and Reels on Instagram. You have to get straight to the point. People are not going to wait and, continue to listen to the video. They're going to swipe, right? And so you want to get their attention right away and then provide that value and then have, your call to action. What do you really want them to do? So that was like,
Mm-hmm.
those are really, really great tips. And so now I want to talk about books because I really love to read, and I hope that I know the listeners would love to learn any new books or experiences that you had with books. So, were there any books that you have read that have helped mold you into the business woman that you are today? And if so, what are those books?
Oh, I love it. The first one that comes to mind is Believe It by Jamie Kerma Lima. I think I pronounced that right. She started the business It Cosmetics, and I started reading that book around the same time when I was gonna start my business, and I absolutely loved it because it totally changed my mindset about really believing in myself to start this business. Because as you know, like when you before you start a business, it's scary. You don't have all the answers. You're worried about what people are going to think of you. You're going to get tons of rejection. I still deal with that. And that book really gave me motivation to keep going, and that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and just to enjoy the process too as an entrepreneur. So that's a great book. Number two, a more recent book, is called The Power of One More by Ed Milet. So that book, oh my goodness, is a game changer for entrepreneurs and creators, because when you feel like you've given it all you got, you're like, I'm done today. I always hear in the back of my mind, like, just one more, just one more call, just one more, create one more TikTok, and you will be ahead of the game. For anyone listening, you will be ahead of the game if you just dedicate to doing one more of whatever it is you're doing in your business. And yeah, it's really helped me in my life. And what's the other one that I think there's one by Lovey Jones. Uh, what's it called? Oh, I forget the name of it. But anyways, those are the two ones.
I'm judging you, but I think she has another book.
Oh
Is that the
yes,
book?
yeah.
But yeah, no, I
It's
know.
not that one, but it's she has another one. It's red. Oh my goodness, but
Yeah,
it's so.
I know it's a good book. We
Oh,
cannot
I
think of
know.
it.
I know. It's called Professional Troublemaker. Guys,
That's it.
you gotta listen to it. It's amazing. I
That's
read it
it.
from, yeah, have you read it?
No, not yet, but I'm going to, just because you recommended it.
Oh my word. Unbelievable. And definitely someone to follow on Instagram too, but oh my goodness, she helped me just tap into the strong entrepreneur woman that I know I can be. Because sometimes, as women, we sometimes try to diminish that, and she goes the opposite route. She's like, no, like, you are strong. You are a strong woman, and you got this in your business. And yeah, I just love the sassiness that she has, and that's something that I want to embody in my business. So, yeah, highly recommend.
Oh, those are very highly recommended books. So definitely check them all out because OMG, like, I mean, we could talk about books all day, but I think that as
Yes.
a business owner, you're right. This is hard. Like, growing on TikTok is hard. Growing on Instagram is hard. Growing your business, getting people to, like, even believe in you, right? We got to get the clients, and the people have to actually believe in us, and we have to deliver, and we have to create ways to keep getting clients. And we're, like you said, I'm like you, I use organic, I haven't used any ads, and so that's like keeping putting out content, hoping that it's going to get to the right people, emails, doing podcasts, doing things that's going to help expand your business. So just think of the different ways and the different possibilities that you can leverage social media. And TikTok is just one small part, right? But there's
Mhm.
so much opportunity. Like, this podcast is being recorded in 2022, but there's still so much opportunity. So if you're listening to this and it's 2023, still so much opportunity in TikTok. I guarantee you that, like, TikTok is not, it's not going anywhere for a long time. They've changed since just the beginning, where it was just a dancing
Absolutely.
app.
Yeah.
So now it's a business app. They want you to post about your business. So I know there
Mhm.
are some stipulations and things. Let's talk about that real quick. Like, I know because they have some things like where you can't say click the link in bio, or,
Yeah.
are there some stipulations that we should stay away from?
Yeah, so one of them, yeah, is the link in bio. Other, like, stipulations, I wouldn't say there's too many. That would be a big one, not saying link in bio. Other than that, sometimes you might get a little bit of copyright issues if you're using an external sound. I've never had it happen to me, so far so good. But those would be the top two. Yeah.
Yes. No, those were great tips. Great tips. So, if you could tell yourself one thing that you didn't know that you know now about TikTok, what would it be? Because I know it's changed so much, but what's like the one thing you're like, I wish I would have known that in the beginning?
Have stronger hooks at the beginning of your videos, and have a sense of energy in your delivery when you're talking. Because I look back at how I was at the beginning, and the video was just way too it didn't grab you in at the beginning. There was no movement. So that's another thing. Adding movement in the beginning of your video, especially whether you're walking or whether you're bringing it in, or yeah, just anything. That I wish I would have known that, because it drastically helped me. It sounds silly and it sounds small, but it's a big game changer. And also to not be afraid to share your tips from your own experience. I think at the beginning I almost felt like I was an imposter. Like, who am I to be sharing these tips? I always felt like I had to say it perfectly, or I had to say the right thing. So don't be afraid to share your tips. And at the end of the day, a lot of people online are sharing similar things, but they're sharing it in their own way. So never be afraid to share it in your own way.
Oh my goodness. That is such great advice, because I feel like there are a lot of people who are social media managers, TikTok managers, Instagram managers, but
Yeah.
you do it the way that you do it and you find your clients. There's enough people in the world, believe me, for everybody.
Yes.
There's an abundance. So I think if we think about it that way, there is no oversaturation, right? Because there, I mean, you can think it is, but that was such great advice. Like, just do it like you do it. Don't even care about what other people think. Post the content, because I'm sure many people
Yes.
listening, you have like 17 plus pieces of content in your phone right now that you can post to TikTok. So Post it to TikTok
Yes.
right now and tag me on Instagram at Michelle L. Thames after you listen to this episode and say, you know what, you were right, Michelle. I have this content in my phone and I'm posting it today. We're going to post to TikTok. That is what we're
Yes.
going to do. This has been such a really great episode. You dropped so many gems. I mean, you guys, I hope everyone had their pen and papers and you write down or re-listen. Of course, I know many of you binge the episodes, and thank you all so much for being amazing supporters. And we love our amazing guests like Brooklyn. So thank you so much, Brooklyn, for coming and dropping all the amazing gems. So can you let us know, like, where can we find you? Where can we learn more about you and your business and like get help with TikTok? Because I know there are people who definitely need your expertise.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so you can find me on TikTok at brooklynsocial.co and Instagram, same username. And yeah, those would be the best places to find me. I also have a free guide for your audience, 50 free hook ideas for your videos. You can grab that in my bio, the link in my bio. So that'll definitely help you create some awesome content.
Yes, and we will put that down in the show notes too for easy access so you all can get that free guide because believe me, those hooks on TikTok are super important. And like she said, that zoom in piece, I didn't think that was anything either. But my husband told me the other day, like, no, you have to zoom in, like, or do
Yeah.
something to keep their attention. So down, make sure you click the link down in the show notes and download Brooklyn's amazing guide to help you with those hooks on TikTok.
Oh,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much.
Yes, thank you so much, Brooklyn, for coming on today again. And thank you all so much for listening to today's episode.